Real ground truth.
Inside ODU's Virginia Modeling Analysis and Simulation Center.
Each one of these maps illustrates one of those types of vulnerability.
Professor Joshua Baer knows all you need to know about sea level rise.
Research, data gathering, analysis is happening right here in our region.
Now scientists at the First Street Foundation say people lost $7.4 billion in their home's value because of rising sea levels. The nonprofit studied 5 coastal states: Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Virginia.
And that's a real value, to have the breadth of that same methodology applied up the seaboard.
So we asked Baer, is it true? Are rising sea levels lowering home values in Hampton Roads?
The answer is yes, when there's a large impact due to some of the tidal flooding.
First Street Foundation scientists collected data between 2012 and 2017. They found more than 47,000 properties lost value in Virginia, more than 81,000 properties lost value in North Carolina. Baer says you can be proactive by flood-proofing your house and joining the National Flood Insurance Program.
Installing flood vents or raising your home to make your home less at risk.
Although the nonprofit's research covers more ground, Baer says he's continuing the focused research to help people recover when the big flood hits. In Norfolk, Megan Shin, 13 News Now.